Baby, I'm gonna tell you like this. You're not just a priority to me. You are the priority in my life. You're the main priority. I'm never too busy for you. You call me, I'm gonna answer the phone. You text me, I'm gonna text you right back. I ain't gonna leave you on read like Megan Thee Stallion. It's all about me and you, baby. You hungry? I'll take you to get something to eat. So let's get into it. Holla at my boy, Money Green. He's chilling with Shayz on the mic. They are Lyrics and Lies. What's up, what's up? Money Green is up in here with Shayz on the mic, cause Shayz don't plays. Have your ass in a daze. We are getting into Kenny Lattimore. Kenny Lattimore did
Lattimore Kenny
an episode of Lyrics and Lies. Shout out to Kenny Lattimore, representing the DMV very well. And smooth brother. You like Kenny Lattimore?
Kenny Lattimore's okay.
I want to hear okay. Do you like him or not?
He's okay.
That's all you get is okay? Are you serious?
But I do like that song you just said, Never Too Busy.
That's the only song of his you like?
Never Too Busy. It's another song that I do like.
Well, we gonna get into it, but I can't believe you say Kenny Lattimore is okay.
He's not in my top 10.
We're not talking about forever, because you may throw, Marvin Gaye and all them people up in there first.
How about if I do? He's in my top 25.
25 is great.
There you go.
25 is great, because you've been on this earth for more than 25 years, and we know you like Chris Brown.
Chris Brown ain't in my top though, but he's
not in your top 25?
Yeah, he's in my top 25.
That's what I mean. So you got Chris Brown, you got, who else you got? Teddy Pendergrass. Who else you got?
Oh, we got so many.
Raphael Sadiq. You like Keith Sweat?
No.
Keith Sweat not in your top 25?
No, he used to be, but he got dropped.
By who?
You said by who? I dropped him.
Dave Hollis is in your top 25?
Yes, of course.
We have another show idea, but let's get into Kenny Lattimore. Grew up in D.C. Parents separated when he was 2. Father's a bus driver. Mother was a professor at Howard University.
Yes.
So he came from a household where there was an intelligent woman.
Teaching.
I love intelligent women. Kenny Lattimore came up in the right household. Big up to that. When his parents broke up, his mother inspired him to go after it was that he was interested in. So she said, what are you into? I guess he said music, and she did whatever she could to foster his
music career.
Thank you. And he dove in as a kid. They say he would be at school dressed up. He was dressing the part of a professional singer, which is big time. Singing with his crew, singing in school, learning to sing in different languages.
Oh yeah, because he did that song in a different
language. Did a song in Italian.
That's what yep.
That brother didn't play, but he was challenged by the teacher. He had all this skill and this talent, and the teacher said, oh, you that good? Okay, well, let's take it up higher. Oh, let's go here. And the more she challenged him, the better he got and the sharper he got. I'm going to tell you about something about Kenny Lattimore. I've never heard him sing a bad note. I can't say that about many singers. I've never heard. I've heard Teddy Pendergrass sing a bad note. I've heard Marvin hit a bad. Marvin's my favorite. So, but this got to
sing a bad note.
Al Green, hell yeah, Al Green sings some bad notes.
Only when he got the grits hit, I want to hear about.
That's not funny.
Oh,
that's not funny. Only reason why that's not funny is because that woman who threw the grits on him, right after she threw the grits on him, she went to the next room and a minute later shot herself. And she died. So that's the only reason why that story is not funny. That's why he didn't like it.
Only went to the grits part. I didn't want to go to the
part. You got to include the gunshot too.
Nobody includes that ever.
Kenny Lattimore, Money Green includes it because Lyrics and Lies.
Oh my
we
God.
Don't lie on here. We tell y'all everything.
Nobody puts a baby in the corner.
Well, this baby is in the corner, and it's a lie if we let her out the corner. But that's what we do. We bring people facts that they don't realize they never knew. What? The woman that threw hot grits on Al Green's killed herself a minute or so later? That's, the truth. So he's burning. And while he's burning, he's trying to, he get his stuff off and stuff, he hears that gunshot go.
Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share on YouTube at Lyrics and Lies. You
All right,
say
so
he never
so
sang a bad note.
so he started singing with some groups and clubs, doing his thing, making a couple of dollars, getting his name out there. And joined the group Mannequin, went to Howard University as an architect. All this singing he could do. He could sing so well, and he's going to Howard to be an architect. That's deep, because a lot of us go to college for one major and end up doing something totally different. So while he's there, his mother passes. And once his mother passes, I guess his survival or his soul took a shift, or his mind took a shift that said he needs to do what he really wants to do and what's in his heart to do. So he puts down the books at Howard University, decides to jump into singing full time, moves to New York, records a demo, and it's heard by somebody major, and next thing you know, he gets signed and comes out with the album Never Too Busy, or the song Never Too Busy, on his debut album. You say you like that song. Mm-hmm. What you like about the song, Shayz?
The title tells you in the title, you're never too busy.
All right. You like his voice.
Yeah, his voice is nice.
Voice bad.
Yeah.
The voice is bad.
Yeah.
The voice
He's never
is
too busy for you. He's never too busy.
The voice is smooth. He reminds me of
butter.
certain
butter, baby. He reminds me of butter.
Certain notes Marvin hits. Marvin has these different levels of singing. He has the real alto, then he comes down to a little whisper type regular voice, but then he has a strong voice that's right underneath that, but it's real silky, but it's strong and it comes at you straightforward. That's a nice pocket with Kenny Lattimore stays, because Marvin also gets deep and he also screams and gets real emotional, but right above all that silky, strong voice and powerful voice, Kenny Lattimore plays there. And smooth that I really wish I could sing like him. Oh, if I could sing like Marvin.
Your falsetto.
If I can hit certain, I can do some falsetto. But if I can't sing like Marvin may be first on my list. Marvin, Luther is a second. Kenny Lattimore may be third. If I could sing like anybody, Kenny Lattimore may be third. Kenny Lattimore is over or before Freddie Jackson. And I love Freddie Jackson's voice. But man, Kenny is smooth, and we gonna get into this other stuff that he has going on. But one thing I noticed about him, now I had the pleasure of meeting Kenny Lattimore last year. And the first thing that struck me, not only is he cool and humble and everything, but one major thing that stuck out to me was he's from the DMV, or he's from DC, and also grew up in Maryland some. In PG County, went to school in PG County too, high school. But his voice, the way he speaks, you can't tell what region he's from. So when he talks to you, you don't hear that DMV twang or that little dialect that we have. Sometimes I get real lazy when I speak, and people can hear me on here. He doesn't sound New Yorkish. He doesn't sound like he's from Philly. He doesn't sound like he's from LA. He doesn't sound like he's from down south, the dirty. North from Texas. You can't pinpoint where he's from. And I don't know if that's from the different languages he's learned. I don't know if that's just him being real sharp with English. But it would take me effort to speak exactly how he does and not let my dialect come through. That was hard for me to just say that one sentence. He does that flawlessly. But I got the opportunity to hang around him for a little while, talk to him, record. I did some audio for this production that he was on, doing the boom mic when we were doing an interview on T-Mall Go-Go. Not far from here, but he's cool. Staff is cool. And he actually has a foundation not too far from here. So we may have to participate in that. And I won't tell him how you feel about him.
You don't have to tell him how I feel. I'm
not saying
that he's not a good singer, but when you was getting into your groove with Freddie Jackson and Marvin Gaye, you made me think, oh yeah, he's in the long lines of that. But it's so many people you know, when you just mentioned Luther, what came to mind was Will Downing. I mean, it's just so many people in that genre who has that silky voice. I did not say that I didn't like Kenny. I'm just saying,
fix it up.
He wasn't in my top 25.
I appreciate you fixing up. No, you said he is in your top 25.
Oh yeah, I meant correction.
Get it
top
right.
25.
Get it right.
I'm sorry, I didn't do that. I meant to say in my top 25.
Give him his props. All right, Kenny, you and Shayz top 25.
Thank you.
So, the voice is like a velvet soul to me. Real smooth, brother, powerful, like I said. And song hit the top 20. And it's amazing because that Never Too Busy, that was his first single and his first hit. But it only hit the top 20. It didn't hit number one. It didn't hit the top 10. And it could have. It was that good. But what other songs were in the top 20?
I'm trying to think.
That's a question. That's a question because I'm going to run down a list of other songs he had to go against. All right? Now, this is
other
just...
artists or him?
Yes, other artists. Now, this is just the top from 10 to 20. I'm not even going to name from 1 to 10.
Great.
Or from 1 to 11. Number 12, Get On Up by Jodeci. Strong song. Lounging by LL, they could have kicked that down. You're the One from SWV, but you got the name LL, you got SWV, you got Jodeci. Monifa with the song You. They Don't Care About Us, Michael Jackson at 17. Back to the World, Tevin Campbell. And right below him is Come and Ride the Train and Ride It, Quad City DJs. And All the Things Your Man Won't Do, Joe, that was up there in that was number 21 right under him, or 2 slots under him. And MC Light, Keeping On, that was 22. So those are some pretty popular songs and very popular artists. But they were in the top 11 to 22. So just imagine that top 10. We ain't gonna get into the top 10.
Oh yeah, it's probably a whole bunch of them.
Like, they in there too? R. Kelly's in there.
Of course.
It's some big names in there. And that's what we had to go against. But that song was so good. And the music is good on there. It's real good music. But Real Gentleman. That's one thing I like about him. Real Gentleman. So his label mate is Maxwell. So like you and I often talk about, we have an issue when labels diss one of their artists saying we want you to be more like such and such. So I believe Kenny Lattimore had major success. The first album went platinum. I think Maxwell went double platinum. The record labels used to be happy with gold albums. But now they're saying, hey, you sold 1, but you can sell 2 million instead of 1. Look at this guy Maxwell over here. But when they're both making your label money, so why bother him with that? Yeah, you sell your 1 million, you're cool. You can be Checkers. You don't have to be McDonald's, but Checkers makes money. Checkers makes good money. You keep doing your Checkers, Maxwell over here doing McDonald's, you keep satisfying people over here. As a matter of fact, he's not Checkers. He was doing the BK Impossible Burger. That's more like what Kenny Lattimore was doing. So you got McDonald's doing something over here. He's doing something real healthy, something clean over here. And all that junk food over there with Maxwell. And Maxwell had junk food. You agree with that?
Maxwell did not have junk food.
Maxwell had junk food.
No. Both of them were good artists, but they was doing it in a different way.
I'm messing with you. I like Maxwell. I like Maxwell.
I like the way Maxwell did the same thing. I like a singer who doesn't give too much away, but keeps a little bit, and not saying too much, but saying enough.
Well, Maxwell said a lot. Maxwell, okay, so the difference between them two. Maxwell had a mystery about him.
Yeah.
And he was real nasty with the lyrics. And he wore blouses. And dressed like Andre 3000.
OMG.
I'm serious. And he had real tight leather cotton pants. He did that. He did the gyrating and stuff. But his lyrics...
He was like a Lenny Kravitz.
Yeah, but yes. Yes, that's a perfect example. Lenny Kravitz without a guitar that could sing better.
Right.
Or yeah. Whereas Kenny Lattimore was
that gentleman with the suit.
Gentleman.
The tie,
he may have
hat.
a suit and tie. He may just have a suit with the chest open a little bit.
Right.
But it was a regular
and
suit.
He had a little, what do they call it, fedora.
Sometimes he had the fedora on, but his suit is going to be a navy blue suit or a black suit nice shirt, clean, nice shoes and all that. That's not dissing Maxwell, but Maxwell is going to have an orange suit. You know what I'm saying?
With no socks.
With no socks, with the ruffles on. Or he may have the tight white pants on with the orange string on the side. But it was more of a wild rumple look with Maxwell, where Kenny was that smooth. Kenny Lattimore is the man you want to bring home to meet your parents.
Yeah.
Maxwell, you're like, oh.
But later on, Maxwell is the kind of guy you can bring home.
No, we ain't talking about that. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that.
But then
we're talking about this. Yes, we're talking about that time. Maxwell is the guy you're like, you know what?
He needs to grow.
I'm going to tell my parents about you.
He needs a little bit more mature.
Yes, I'm going to tell my parents about you eventually, Maxwell. But for right now, I'll just sneak out the house and see you. You know what I'm saying? I remember this woman I was dating. She went to see Maxwell, and she was mad because, plus Maxwell hit them alto notes, and Kenny didn't go up there.
He had a falsetto.
But Kenny's voice is strong. So they both have areas where they're stronger than the other. Not to pit them against each other, but we just talk about the dichotomy between the two. But she went to see Maxwell, and Maxwell came out. The crowd went crazy. He sung for literally 2 minutes and broke down crying and said, I'm sorry, I just had a breakup with my girlfriend. Walked off the stage and never came back. And the lights came on and announcers came out and said, we're sorry, we're going to have to give everybody their money back. Everyone will be issued a refund. So Maxwell was a softy guy. And he can hit a woman's heart that way. A woman's worth and all that kind of stuff. Yes. Hitting all them sweet notes, and people's like, hey, something wrong with that voice. But anyway, that's one of the major differences between them two. What's the next? Now, another major song he hit, because if Never Too Busy wasn't enough, he came out with For You.
For You.
Man,
that was like a wedding song for everybody.
That was a song, if you trying to break a woman down and let her know how you feel and pour your heart out to her and be vulnerable, and tell her that she's the apple of your eye and all your efforts are because of her. That's the song right there.
Yeah,
that's the song.
That was a wedding song right there.
What you mean was? It still is.
I don't hear it as much, but when it first came out, you heard it a lot. That song at weddings.
That song is powerful. That song is real powerful. But anyway, so what they say, he has that he has that real young effect about him. Mm-hmm. Young, youthful demeanor, trustworthy guy, genuine, positive, like jolly, optimistic. And sometimes that doesn't play well with audiences, especially they want that bad boy and, you know, people watching videos of people urinating on other people and everything.
Okay.
You know, we get that R. Kelly thing going on. Mm. But he had his own lane. It's just wild that labels don't allow artists, like you said in past episodes, let that artist stay in his lane or her lane and have their major success, because that artist still hits a niche that your label wouldn't hit if they were gone. Right. So you have your rappers, yeah. Oh, you got your intellectual rappers, you got your wild, crazy rappers, and you got your party rappers.
You got your mumble rappers.
Oh, damn. You got your mumble rappers, but you're hitting each category. Mm-hmm. But then somebody say, nah, we don't want any more mumbling. We're going to take that mumbling out of here. Now all the mumble money is going to another label. Now you don't have any more mumble money. You're like, damn, our money has gone down. What's going on? And your mumble's gone. Get your mumble back. So it's just amazing how they didn't look out for Kenny Lattimore.
His marketing could have been way better.
Yeah, and he ended up getting dropped because of a lot of that stuff. And interesting enough, Clive Davis picked him up. And Clive Davis is probably the most important man in music. Mm-hmm. And he picked him up and said, you the bomb. You are the man. I'm glad they let you go because I'm glad that you're here, and gave him a bigger deal than he had previously. Normally when you get dropped, you get a lower deal because they know that you don't have anybody looking at you. and you're, at the end of your rope, and you're like, look, I need somebody sign me. No, Clive Davis looked out for him and put that money out there. And that's when he met Shantae Moore. Mm-hmm. Backstage at the Will Downing concert.
My man, Will Downing.
Your boy. Oh, my goodness.
I'm sorry. Okay, great. Right.
That's your song?
Love that.
Yeah, so he saw Shantae Moore perform. He was super impressed, and he said, I got to meet this woman.
He was intrigued.
And he goes backstage and get them digits. And got up in her ear, and next thing you know, they're a couple. And they ended up doing a duet album.
Yep, they did songs together.
Before the Carters, they did a couple duet albums. Mm-hmm. They redid Born Again. He said they were singing face to face in that studio. Because normally, one person's in the studio, one person is away.
They was together.
They record their vocals differently. Yeah, they did it. They created that magic. And he said he felt her hand or felt the energy looking into her eyes and had him like breathless. So that's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. So they had a nice relationship.
It's Shantae Moore and Kenny Lattimore.
Oh, I never thought about that. Lattimore. Never thought about that. Shayz, look at Shayz with the word play.
Trying.
And they ended up having a kid.
Little son.
Right. And that's when it was announced that he was having an interview with Essence Magazine, and they was asking him about this and that and what's going on, whatever. But one thing that hit him hard was he wanted to protect his son from what happened to him when he was little. So it turns out Kenny Lattimore was molested at the age of 5. He didn't want his son to go through that, so he displayed his vulnerability. I don't want this to happen to my son. This is what I fear happening. And because of that, I'm going to stay in his life. I'm going to be a stay-at-home father. I'm going to be there. When he wakes up, I'm going to be there to take him to school. I'm going to be there. When he gets off of school, I'm going to be there to protect him. He's done a great job with that. He gets major props for stepping up and doing that. Because some people be like, look, my son will figure it out. And be heartless like that. Nope. Kenny Lattimore stepped up. He confronted his own demons by letting people know he was molested. And going back to where everything took place, talking about it. I'm sure he had some very therapeutic things going on. But that's major for him. That's major for anybody.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's a big decision to make.
And for him to have that amount of success after having something like that happen to him, because molestation can destroy people's lives.
Yeah, it can.
People never.
In so many different ways, emotionally.
Right. It may happen to them when they're 5 and they never rebound from it. So when they're 6, 7, 8, all the way up to when they pass, that stops them and deters them from success. It stops them from having any type of foundation because emotionally they're unstable. So big ups to him for that, for coming forward and letting all of us know. And
that's important.
I believe Shantae filed for divorce.
Yeah.
And he contested it. He contested it and he laid it out. He said this is how it goes. And he's right. When you file for divorce, it's that partnership going down the drain, so you have to divide the assets. Mm-hmm. And the woman, when she files, she can say, I want the house, I want both cars, I want the vacation home, and I want full custody. The man can say, oh, you got it, and sign a dotted line and everything's over with. But if you contest it, that means you sign a new document and say, this is what I want. So now it's sort of a fight.
Yeah, and then you have to renegotiate
it's
what you thought you wanted. This is what I want.
It's a court battle. So Shantae Moore got on the R&B Divas, and Wendy Williams was being messy because Wendy Williams was the host. Yeah. Shantae Moore said that he filed a lawsuit against her. And I'm not going for that. And when he was being messy, talking about something, people question your ex-husband's sexuality. What do you think about that? And Shantae was like, you got to ask him. And that was messed up.
Because it was a silence for a minute.
Yeah, but...
And that was awkward of her to do that.
Yes.
And I don't know if she did it because she didn't know she was going to ask that question or caught her off guard.
It didn't catch her off guard.
But I just think she could, because it was messy with the child. That don't mean you got, don't put him in a bad light because of that.
Yeah, Shantae she had her boxing gloves on. Mm-hmm. And it's okay, but certain lines you don't cross. You don't let Wendy run away with the innuendo, because Wendy will run with it.
Will she?
Wendy, yeah, once it hits Wendy's lips, that's it. For real. So you don't do things like that. And, you just come out and say, no, he's not gay or anything. You see he was with this woman right here. You don't let that court case be like, you know what? Let me punch him right here. Let me do this to him and everything. And I wasn't going for that.
Yeah, that was pretty ugly. And then too, that you going too far into our business. This is not about his sexuality. It's not about that. This is about, we talking about the court case between the custody of the kid. Right. About that. That's irrelevant. And he can't be, because if he were, why would she be with him? Right. Why would she have been with him for so long? Correct.
And he chose one. He chose a sexy woman. Shantae is sexy. And not downing her for what she did in the heat of battle, because they say everything's fair in love and war. But that was a low one.
I think in hindsight on hers, she made some errors and judgments in the things she did because she was mad about how things went down.
Yeah, I'm sure she takes it back.
She did.
And regrets it.
Regret that she did that. And that was good, because I think that's good that he needed. I don't know if they communicate or anything since their son is
they
grown
communicate.
now.
He ain't that grown.
I think he's ready to go to college.
No, is he?
I think he's out of school.
For real? Okay. But I thought he had him around 2005 or something. I don't know. But he said that Shantae brought or balanced his life with her excitement and fun. And that's interesting, because you were talking about how some people may not have a lot of emotion with them, and they may appear emotionless at times. So he seemed to be a very serious person, very about the business person, and she balanced him out and got him to do more stuff and be, have more fun and enjoy life. So they were the yin and yang, and they went well together.
Let me go back to what I said about the son. You was right. The son should be 16 years old.
Okay.
The son was born in 2003.
And this was about 2012 or something when that happened on the show.
So he was born in 2003. So that would make him 16.
So he's about 9 back when she announced that. He's about 8, 9, or 10, somewhere around there.
So his birthday, their child's birthday is the same day as my mom's birthday. But so he just had a birthday, so he's 16.
Yeah, I know one thing, because my son is so if somebody would tell my son that about me, oh yeah, we got some issues. We got some problems.
They got him a year after me.
But nevertheless, Kenny Lattimore started Sincere Soul Records, take charge of his career and ownership of his own music, doing things his way, still out here performing, still looking smooth, still singing smooth. And
look like he didn't age a bit.
Yes, and his foundation, the Kenny Lattimore Foundation. I'm gonna see if we can get to the next one and maybe even help out or interview him or something. But shout out to Kenny Lattimore, big time. And we got to get Shayz to listen to some more of his music. And I'm serious, because the brother's bad, man.
He is. I saw his Unsung and I heard all the music.
No, we talking about his album. You haven't heard all his albums. Yeah.
But you know what, I will say that Unsung does reintroduce you to people who you never, maybe you listened to them, but you didn't get a chance to get to know them on a certain level.
Right.
So I'm going to tell you what I do after I listen to an Unsung. I usually Google that person and listen to their songs, listen to most of their songs. So that's what I do to get reconnected with that person's music again.
We want you to listen.
I think that's a good idea. And I did that with Kenny.
We want you to listen. You ain't listen to his album.
I listened to it. It was, like
you listened to it?
Nice.
One album?
I listened to his album.
How many albums?
Only listened to the first one.
Okay. All right. So it's wild, because I like Joe. And I like R. Kelly.
I don't like Joe.
Yeah, but both of them have had more mainstream success than Kenny Lattimore. It may have more notoriety if you can name songs or whatever. But Kenny Lattimore sings much better than both of them.
Well, yeah, but you know what? Sex sells. So again, the music that they sung and the way they sing it is what put them on top. And sometimes if you notice, the best singers don't get the notoriety as the singers that's okay. And I'm not even gonna put that out there right now. I'll talk about that at another time.
All right.
But I mean, like if you listen to Joe's songs,
gonna do all the things your man won't do.
Yeah. So if you listen to Kenny Lattimore's song, Kenny is more respectful in his music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He might get a little, but not too much. But he's very mature in his music and in his sound, his songs. And I think a lot of people wasn't ready for Kenny.
And Maxwell came out and that would tell the police come knocking.
Till the police come knocking. Yeah. But anyway, my point is, I think when you reintroduce an artist or reintroduce that person to a new generation, a new audience, like they did do when he came up with Cloud Records, they reintroduced him. They gave him a little
to a younger audience, right?
And they took to it,
right?
So my thing is, he didn't go too far from his sound, but he gave it a little bit more funk to a little more jazz to than he would usually sing, and it still took to a younger audience.
His video's good, man. Them videos had some nice soul, that nice color with the videos. Had a nice, like a clean yet, it was just nice.
Yeah,
had like a
nice
Miami.
Video.
Had
so
a Miami.
I don't care for Kenny.
We know that. He's in your top 25. We cool. We cool. We cool.
If you go after 25, then you got a lot of work to do.
We cool, Shayz. You said top 25. We cool.
Thank you.
If
I
you
feel like Video Soul.
He's in your top 25. We gonna keep it that. And
thank you.
I'm gonna ask him if that's okay with him.
Ask him. Let him know.
And he'll probably say something like, "Hey, as long as I'm on her list, I'm fine with that."
I know, because he was in the top 10, 11 through 20.
Well, that's for that first song. But you asked Maxwell that. Are you okay with being on top 25? He's like, I smacked that.
I doubt he'll do that.
And that's what he would say.
Because right now he's in a place where he's probably happy to be in the top 10.
That's what he would say.
25 too.
But Kenny Lattimore has put out more and more albums, solo albums. So big ups to him. He hasn't stopped working. And I'm gonna listen to one of his newer CDs because I haven't heard the last CD he came out with. So
yeah, he's touring. All these people that's on Unsung, they still tour.
Right.
So
and he can eat what he want, man. You see that waistline? He can eat whatever he want. He can eat pizza.
He's working out.
He can eat him. He just got a high metabolism. Because I'm like, man, I eat a slice of pizza and a sandwich, and I got to do 300 push-ups and 400 sit-ups. He can eat that. It ain't nothing to him. But nevertheless, big ups to Kenny Lattimore. We love you and support you, bro. And that's it for Lyrics and Lies. Money Green.
Shayz on the mic.
Shayz. Top 25 on the mic. And we gonna holler at y'all.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.
Yeah, we gonna holler at y'all in the next video. I still gotta add that disclaimer.